Okay, folks, so today I want to talk about apostrophes. So apostrophes, for the most part, are fairly simple, like they're pretty straightforward. So I just want to talk about the basics here, and then we're going to get to some weird stuff with apostrophes. So let's start with the basics here. So apostrophes start, like if you want to form the possessive case of a singular noun, you just add an apostrophe and an S. Let's see, here's my lightsaber here. See this? Yeah. Dora's choice, Kelly's coat, Ross's sleeve. Pretty straightforward, right? If you want to form the possessive case of a plural noun ending in S, you only add the apostrophe. So if the noun is plural, you just add an apostrophe. See? The girls' team, the boys' locker room, just an apostrophe. If a plural noun does not end in S, just add an apostrophe and an S. The women's tournament, the children's playground. So you wouldn't just put like women apostrophe, children apostrophe. But all this is fairly straightforward. And one last thing, you use an apostrophe to show where letters have been omitted in a contraction. So do not changes to don't. It is changes to it's. This one I think is a little bit confusing for some people. Some people think ITS means it is. That's actually not true, contrary to popular belief. ITS is an adjective. IT apostrophe S is a contraction, meaning it is. And then finally, there and there. And there are other contractions too, so don't feel like these are just the only contractions out there. But yeah, so those are the basics of apostrophes. But now let's move on to some things that might be a little more interesting and more common. So let's talk about weird stuff with apostrophes. So let's say the word is hyphenated. When it's hyphenated, only the last word is possessive in form. So my father-in-law's hobby. Only the last word, law, gets the apostrophe S here, okay? And then, so that's for hyphenated words. And then for joint possession, where like both of us own something, like Sarah and Edie's project, you could do, it would be Sarah and Edie's project. It wouldn't be Sarah's and Edie's project, okay? And you see here Jake and John's project, Dottie and Faye's report. Only the last one.
Max Ellis, if you're in the building still, please come to the attendance office. Max Ellis, please come to the attendance office. Thank you.
Sorry, apparently Max Ellis needs to go to the attendance office. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Dottie and Faye, if it's their report, it would be Dottie and Faye's report. Okay? But the other thing is that when the second word is a possessive pronoun, like my, his, her, their, the first word is also a possessive. So Dottie's and my report. I usually get around this by saying my and Dottie's report. That sounds a little bit more eloquent and elegant. Or you might say his and Patrick's project. But in this case, if you have to put for some reason Patrick's and his project, you would give the apostrophe S to Patrick when the second word is a possessive pronoun. And then the last thing that I want to talk about when it's weird is when both people own something except they own individual things. So let's say, for example, Sarah's and Edie's backpacks. So Sarah owns her own backpack, Edie owns her own backpack. In this instance, the example I gave you is Tom's and Bill's jackets. They both own individual jackets. It's not like they both share a jacket. That'd be weird. So Tom's and Bill's jackets. So that's all I have to say about apostrophes. I hope that helps. It's I think it's fairly straightforward, but there are some weird things with apostrophes. And if you have any questions, you can comment in the comments. Okay, great. Thanks.